Hi, my name is Sharon Akbar. I'm number 29 from 10 Science 3, and I'll be telling you a little story about my family. It happened years ago, back when I was little. At my dad's work, on a certain level, they will be promoted to work outside the country. He went around the world. He went to England, China, India, and many more. He wanted to bring his family, but he could not. Then he was promoted to Australia, where he could bring his family, and it was a place that my mom dreamt of. It was a big trip for my mom. She went from being a career woman to a housewife. I was about 2 years old, and my sister was 10 years old. It was a massive move out. Our whole family was there to saw us off. We arrived at Perth because my dad had to sign some paperwork. We planned to stay there for a couple days, but we had an urgency and had to go straight to Sail Victoria. We rushed to the domestic airport and went on a 4-hour flight to Melbourne. When we arrived at Melbourne, we had to take another trip by train. We waited a couple hours with very big luggage in a gloomy and cold winter evening. I spent the whole trip being cranky and wanted to go back to Indonesia. My mom had a huge expectation on where we lived because my dad worked on an oil company. She expected a modern city, but then realized that it wasn't a modern city and looked like more of a countryside. As we were arriving, the place looked creepy and went quiet as time went by. Many graffiti were drawn and many big trees were seen. When we arrived, there were only us and one person. The place looked dark and creepy, so we ordered a taxi and ate some McDonald's that we saw. We spent the night feeling tired and exhausted. When we woke up the next day, we soon to realize that the place was very beautiful. Fresh air, clear blue sky, big trees, and many birds flying around. It was ethereal. We spent our first 2 weeks at an apartment. On the first day we were there, we bought some groceries and other necessities. On the second day, we started searching for schools, and my sister went to school on the third day. After 2 weeks has passed, we started searching for houses, and was blessed with a house near a lake with a big backyard in a great neighborhood. We spent our next 3 years living in Aussie. At a young age, it was such a memorable experience because I had to adapt quickly to the new environment, where I had to learn how to speak English fluently so I can communicate with my friends and my teachers that I went to school with. It was such a different lifestyle from what I had in Indonesia. For example, not having a nanny and living with my mom, who used to be busy with her work, to a stay-at-home mom and spending more time together. That was the best impact I had in my life because my family and I created a bond together from living abroad, made new friends, and made new memories.